The Manitou and Pikes Peak Railway, the world's highest cog railway, is undoubtedly the best way to get to the top of 14,110-foot Pikes Peak in Colorado. Established in 1889, the railway has been in operation continuously since 1891. The ride begins at Manitou Springs, which is just outside of Colorado Springs at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. The railway has been in operation for over 100 years, and maintenance is always underway to keep the roadbed, tracks, and cog rail in good repair. The scenery that can be viewed along the way is just like the weather here, constantly changing. Along the way, mountain bighorn sheep are often seen from the trains, and sharp-eyed tourists can sometimes pick out squirrels, birds, and marmots as well. At Windy Point, elevation 12,128 feet, we stopped to let a downhill train pass on the siding. As the train approaches, we see that it is also filled with happy passengers returning from their ride to the top of Pikes Peak. Since the line travels from an elevation of 6,575 feet all the way up to above 14,000 feet, the weather at the top can be cold and wet, even though it might be clear and sunny down at Manitou Springs. The grade steepens as we approach the summit. The climb is so severe that conventional trains would never be able to move uphill, nor would they be able to maintain adequate braking downhill. Instead, the unique center rail, known as a cog, has teeth with which the train's geared cogwheel meshes to provide traction. This is where the railway gets its unique slogan of the cogwheel route. It's snowing as we approach the summit. There are many things to see from the top of Pikes Peak, if there aren't any clouds. The Colorado Rockies, the Cripple Creek Mining District, Colorado Springs, the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, even points in Kansas and New Mexico are all within viewing range of the summit. Today, however, we are content just knowing that we're on top of the world. If it seems too cold outside, you can even stay aboard the cars. But nearly everyone gets off the train to breathe the fresh, brisk air and see the sights. Coffee and world-famous donuts are available to warm folks up inside the visitor center at the summit. Stone walls and a foundation still remain today to remind visitors of the earlier summit building which burned down many years ago. Another highlight of Pikes Peak is the chance to have a snow fight in the middle of summer, if the weather is right. The trip down is just as unique as the trip up. In fact, many visitors find this part of the journey to be the most exciting, since they're looking downhill instead of up. But there's not really anything to worry about. Multiple braking systems have ensured the line's complete safety since it opened. Once again, we pass a train at Windy Point. Since we're headed downhill this time, the other train is stopped to wait for ours to go by. The clouds have really moved in on us today, proof of how quickly the weather can change here in the Rocky Mountains during the summer. Continuing downhill, we pass yet another train at Minnehaha and notice that we've been followed by a train as well. This is a busy railroad. The Manitou and Pikes Peak Railway began operating in 1891 with steam locomotives pulling wooden coaches, and one of the early locomotives is still occasionally steamed up for special events. Most visitors today will ride aboard attractive Swiss-built trains, powered by modern diesel hydraulic engines. The ample viewing windows, comfortable climate control systems, and unsurpassed ride all add up to a journey that is like no other.